Alright, so happened to meet AIR 20, Pranava. Pranava. And big congratulations, Pranava, first Pranava,
you,
for doing such a marvelous job with CA Inter. And AIR 20 is what he's got, and really proud achievement. I'm sure parents are really happy. I'm sure he's really happy. And personally, as someone who's taught him, I'm very happy to see what he's done. So just a few quick things for people who are giving the May exam or preparing for the September exam. Can you tell me that 2 months before the exam, like right now it's March, the exam is in May probably, or 6 months for September exam, what would you tell them to do, top 2-3 things that they should do right now?
So the first thing is they should be around positive people. They should stay away from negativity. You should always think that it is possible. You should have that self-confidence, and that self-confidence comes from practice. So take up MTPs, RTPs, solve previous year question papers, understand the pattern ICI usually asks questions in. So basically what you have to do is first prepare. Like if your 2 months, if your exam is just 2 months away, I think you would have already done like 1 or 2 revisions maybe. So that is the best thing to do. To take up previous year question papers, MTPs, RTPs.
And understand what the pulse of ICI.
Yeah, okay. What is the pulse of
ICI? A lot of people ask about hours. So how many hours on an average were you studying, or were you tracking your hours, or were you tracking what you had to do?
It was a mix of both actually. Typically on an average 12 hours a day. So yeah, I used to set like targets that I needed to achieve at the end of the day. So when I used to achieve that, yeah, I used to have a good sleep. And yeah, sleep is a very, very important thing. At least get 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. And the thing is, don't keep everything to the last moment. At least finish all the syllabus, like 2-3 revisions, at least like 5 days before, and chill, guys.
Alright, so did you miss out on any topics, or did you not do any topics, or were you like 100% ready?
100% ready, sir.
So for every subject you had done everything?
Yeah, everything. The only thing I found difficult was government audit and auditing. That was something. The thing is, I like to understand the concepts and write it in my own words. But at the same time, you have to remember all the limits, all that stuff. The keywords especially.
Sure. Also, which was that paper which you found while you were studying tough, or when you gave the paper, you were like, oh, this paper was a little tricky, tough, and finally, how many marks did you get in that?
When I used to prepare, yeah, the most difficult subject that I felt was auditing and ethics, because it is a technical subject. The thing is, we don't have practical experience, right? So we have to, the most difficult step is understanding the concept. That is the biggest step. That is the biggest difficulty. So when you get the clarity, like what exactly is this, what exactly that thing means, after that it quite becomes easier. Again, the thing is, consistency is the key. And in exam, again, I think auditing and ethics was challenging is what I would feel.
Great.
Compared to other papers.
And what is the score in audit finally?
87, sir.
Wow. Oh, amazing. Alright, also, like while you were studying, it can get a little lonely. You're, studying with your books for 3-4 months. Your exam was supposed to happen in November, got pushed to Jan because of ICI's decision. So, how do you tackle that loneliness or feeling alone? Did you have friends who were doing the same course, studying, and did you keep talking to them about it? Share your experience around that.
Yes, sir. So basically, that's what I said at the starting of this video. That's what you have to surround yourself with positive people, good friends. I would like to mention few of them. My dear friends, AIR22, Shreya and Aparna. Yeah, so basically you have to surround yourself with positive people. Keep sharing your experiences with them. Keep in touch. That's what I would like to say.
And did you have a similar timetable to them, or did you ask your doubts to them? How did you go about that?
Yeah, we used to ask doubts, but the thing is, we were already so focused in studies that we used to have fun, like have fun conversations, you know.
So not typically exam or book conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I was the serious guy in that.
Okay.
And they helped me a lot through that 2, 3, 4 months.
Great. So I think that is a good balance, seriousness and fun.
Yeah.
And now that you're done with your exam and now you're looking forward to articleship, a lot of people have this myth that, Big Fours, I don't want to, but you're very different. You're saying that you want to go to a Big Four. Any particular reason why you want to? Because I'm a Big Four, ex-Big Four article as well. So what is your view? Why a Big Four?
So basically because the name Big Four itself, I think I got inspired by all the stories. You also shared your experiences, and I have couple of seniors who also shared their experiences, and I want to specialize. I want specialization. So that's why I want to choose Big Four.
Great. And while you were preparing, while you were studying, did you ever think or did you ever know that you will get a rank? Like, did you prepare like that?
Yes, I had a really clear goal. I had set it from the starting of CA Inter itself that I needed to get an AIR. So I worked towards it consistently. That was the key. Consistency is the key. So basically you have to do that day's work that day itself. Whatever the teacher says, do that work that day itself. Finish it off that day.
So basically you aimed for a rank and you got it.
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy. Congratulations once again.
Thank you,
and all
sir.
the best
Thanks,
for articleship and CA final. Thank you guys. Hope this video you take inspiration from it, and I hope this helps you in your preparation and in your exam ahead. All the best to all of you.